Welcome back to Oscar's Bonsai Farm. It's a pretty gloomy day where I am. It's been raining pretty much all day. So we're going to work on mirror bush. It's an excellent beginner's tree, has a very fibrous root system. If it dries out and loses its leaves, it will come back. Easy to wire, pretty user friendly. So we got this one here from a job site. I collected it because the trunk is quite straight, or very straight. It had some dead wood down the middle, so I thought, why not? I'll collect it. I put it straight into this bonsai pot and I collected it because they're pretty tough. If you lose one on transplanting it, it'll be purely because it's dried out for a few days or something went wrong like that. Other than that, they're pretty good. So today on this one, just got to remove some wire. Might put some wire on it. Then I've got some small ones to show different characteristics, and one shows how quickly they seal over from a cut, and then we'll move on to a bigger, more developed tree that is only being collected for maybe 7 months. I've done some carving on it and stuff like that. So this one first, we'll take some wire off. I've just got a little bit in here. It's just starting to bite in, so it's a good time to get rid of it. Where I live, the birds eat the seeds and they grow everywhere. Normally along fence lines and stuff, so you can't really stump grind them. You gotta either just poison them, or sometimes like this, we dig them out. So we just cut the wire off. So the idea of this tree is, because of such a straight trunk, we've got a branch from this smaller trunk covering it just to reduce the visual impact of that straight trunk. The front is just a bit more around, so that gets the second trunk a bit behind the first. So what we'll do with the smaller trunk on this side, all we're going to simply do this time round is come in and take that off. And take that off. That's all we'll do there, so we'll get some back budding happening. These just shoot everywhere. And the canopy for this trunk will just sit in nicely here, so it'll bush out like this. These here, I'll come in and just take the very tips out. We don't want that getting any bigger. So then we just look along. They do shoot out in pairs, so we'll start to go alternately. So up here we've got 3 coming out, so we take take the centre like that, and then we'll come back in, take that, and take the very tip. This one here, we'll come back a bit. So that branch is pretty much done. Then we'll move up into here. So just taking the tips out. So just take a look. Alright, so up on this one, we've got quite a strong shoot, split into two. It's starting to get too wide, so we're going to come back in to there. And then we'll always check. Right, so on this side, basically we're just building ramification. So anywhere it's done, we'll just come back to take the centres out. This one will be defoliated early spring. So up the top here, we've got coming down. Kind of a bit weird actually. So I'm just going along now and taking some inner growth out. So this is starting to get out a bit too. So we'll just take this off for now. Out the back, same story, got three. We'll take out the centre one. Cut back. Take it out. So this one off the top will come back quite hard. And we'll just go along. Just going along taking the tips out for now. And what we'll do up here, I reckon I'm going to come down, bend it down a bit, take advantage of this. So I'll take that bottom one off. Take that off. Got one here. We're just going to put a bit of wire on this and just bend it down just a bit. These are good trees if you're just starting out. We'll just bend this one down a bit. So that's pretty much all I do with that. And over time we'll get foliage pads happening. All a nice crown, this will develop. So overall be a pretty nice tree. Alright, we'll switch to these smaller ones. I'll just move in closer. Alright, so when I take stuff to the dump, sometimes we come across these mirror bushes. People have pulled them out. So this one is quite nice. Unusual root base. So today what we'll do, and they shoot everywhere sometimes, and this guy's shooting down from here. Got like root system, quite nice. But come in here. Do that. Over the wire. 1.5 mil will do it. So you just want to start getting this branch in the right direction. They can be a bit snappy to start with when they're really young shoots like this, but I like to get a good start. They grow so quick. Can be a little bit tricky. And that'll be about the front. Just a little bit of scrap wire. Right, so it's going good. As for this top, I'll let him go a little bit longer. So he's well on the way. So we might, when this gets a little bit older, we might put some bends. So you've got this branch off the side here, or it might do actually. Take this one off, and then later on, we'll go bend it like that, bend it back, and we've got a branch on the outside of the bend. So that's a nice little tree. Another one that came from the dump. So always look for some branch placement. It's got a nice root base here. Much better than this angle. So we try to work with this. So this would be a branch. So that one's a bit far back. So I might just leave this one now. I think what'll happen, it might go through there. And then use this and that. I reckon that'll turn out really good. Now this one was going really well. I was up here, had my first branch out. Along come a rabbit. They're pretty random where I am. Chewed off the branch, chewed off the top, and now so they haven't never touched these things, the rabbits did, until this one night. So it was a bit disappointing. Hoping we'll shoot something like that. But the main reason for showing you this one is how quickly these seal over from the cut. Now when this was collected, I took some branches off the back because this was already here, and I wanted just a little tree. As you can see, from just the growth from collection, those cuts have healed up. So it would have grown up to about this high, and those have already sealed over nicely, like just closing over. Alright, so I'll move these, I'll bring in the bigger one. Alright, so we just move back. Just a little bit. Right, this one was collected from a job site about 7 months ago. It was pretty hard to dig up. I can't remember how far into the pot this tree goes, but as you can tell, it must have roots on this side because it's planted right across. So initially the front was going to be the other side, but it didn't work out. I've carved this section out as a hollow. You can see up here it's starting to seal over. This is the back branch we're going for. We're just to put a bit of depth. Same with this one. So just line the front up. So the front's about there. So this thing has really developed in the last 4 weeks. Really grown. It needs a bit of a trim, a bit of a tidy up. Some wire still on there, as I can see. So we'll just work through this one. We'll start from this side. Get this wire off. 2mm wire is pretty good. You can bend these early, do it. So yeah, it's pretty wet here today. Rain, which is good. We haven't had much rain. Alright. So we've got two coming from the same spot. Then we've got two from the same spot here. We've got this guy here. So what I might do is let's see, we'll take this one off here. So we've got him. We'll take this one here off because we can put that into that space. We'll take the one underneath. Take the one on this side. And then we'll leave that for now. We'll come back in here. Take that off. Alright, so when I do branches initially, I leave a spare. So up in here, this stump now can come off. Any other little sheep. Then we'll start doing the same, alternate sort of growth. You can stay. There we go. We've got 3 coming out here. So, because this branch I want that length, and we've got this guy here, we'll take this one out. Then we'll clean up this. then at the end here, take some tips out. Same with all these. That's ready to wire. Right, so we come back up into here. This is getting too forward up in here. There's some short growth behind. Take that out. So we'll leave this to be wired, but we will take it back. And we will take that off. You know, sometimes you see people just hedging over it. You don't want to do that. If you're going to cut it off, you're cutting it off for a reason. Right. So this one here, with a strong branch. I've got all these here. It also goes to a double, 2 branches coming out. Take that off. Right, so that's that one sorted. This back one is only recently growing out. So we'll just go back. We'll just let him go a little bit longer. Right, this one here. Just a matter of taking it back. Right, now we'll go around to the back of the tree. I want a back branch here. So like normal, I'll leave a spare, this guy, so I want this one. Actually I might have this one. So like that. This one here is getting long enough. So we'll have the back branch. So we'll take this one back hard. Put it back in. Around to the front. This one here is getting quite big. Oh, that's the one I was going to leave. Actually, we'll take that back in. And take a look. This one here will wire out there. And not really wire that. Just no, maybe not. That one we will. Might just take him back in. There we go. Oh, that guy out there, maybe. Alright, so put some wire back onto this guy. We're going to use 2mm wire. sure if you can hear the rain. It's been all day so far in South Australia where I am. Now we've got 1.5 for this one. We might have done this. This video I can work in the bonsai nursery for a bit. Heaps of interesting stuff coming up. Can't wait for the fig. They can do root over rocks with the common garden fig. Right, so it's kind of heading straight along the tree. I want to pull it forward. We've got this nice bend here, so we'll just come forward a bit. This one here, I want to follow that and come out. There is a fair bit of gap here, but that'll be a foliage pad. These will grow, fill that in, no problems. It's actually not as bad as what the video makes it look at the moment. It's actually, you know, gap on my finger. This one here is one that wants to go up. Yeah, so if you've got some mirror bushes growing locally, give them a go. They've got like fleshy like leaves. I've seen some good ones as bonsai trees. They'll grow from cutting very easily, I'd say. So they're all through where I am. Every other house has got these growing wild. So I just want to pull this down a little bit. 1.5mm wire, easy for these. So this one will be available in November. And we open hopefully. So we just want to flatten that down. And then these, we'll wire out these branches. Again, 1.5mm wire. I have to keep an eye on these things because they can kind of sit there and then you walk past another day and go, wow, that's grown. Might buy this guy out too. Alright, so there you have it. That's the mirror bush. Looking quite good. Hopefully the edges roll over that. I might have to change it. I'm not sure. Thanks for watching, and if you've got mirror bushes growing locally, they transplant no problems at all. And give one a go. They're great beginner trees. You can't really go wrong. Alright, thanks for watching.